So guys, question, are sex and gender the same thing?
No, I think sex is what I have with your mum, and gender is something completely different.
It's funny because I was literally about to say that exact same thing. But you stole my joke.
I love sex.
Sex is a main driving factor in my life.
Sex is the most important thing in my life. And we're live.
This video is sponsored by...
Welcome to the podcast.
This podcast. Yeah,
this podcast is sponsored by
welcome.
Sorry, carry on.
Welcome everyone to the
hockey
Soyboy Beta Chads RocketCast episode 2 featuring Sambinho 10.
Hello. Fancy seeing you here.
This podcast is funded by Elon Musk.
Thank you, Elon Musk, for the $100 million donation.
I'm just gonna sit in goal, boys.
And there you have it, ladies. That's it. That's the entire podcast.
I'm just saying go out of spite of having to play hockey.
Have you guys ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I've never actually seen it.
I did, I think, but I was not
under the influence.
There, you know what I mean?
Jacob, get off me.
Is that the one with Johnny Depp?
Yes, I think so.
And there's loads of like sort of drug taking.
Yeah.
Did you see that save, my guy?
That guy's a bloody legend.
Alright, so guys, let's name some things that is classy if drunk people do it, and not classy if poor people do it.
If poor people
My example
do
is
it.
day drinking.
Yeah, piss in the street.
So like, what? I'm saying like day drink. If you go around someone's house and they're like drinking from like 12 p.m. But if it's like champagne and like expensive gin, you're like, oh, these people have a lovely time. But if you went into like someone's back garden, or one of those ones with like a washing machine out, and they were like down in like tinnies, cheap beer, you're like, oh, this is scum.
Like if you walk into a pub and there's like three like middle-aged women drinking on their second jar of mimosas, it's like, oh, they're so quirky looking.
They're classy.
So
Oh my god.
And they got like nice handbags and like scarves and shit, or like a little like handbag dog. You're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. If they're like, you go in there, they're just tattered clothes on their like.
Jacob, what? Oh no.
What?
Yeah, but then you just have a guy called Craig. And he wakes up and he's already taken a swig off of like he's already got his bottle of JB.
It's like JB.
Jack Daniels.
Nah, JB.
B&M Bargains.
Jim Beam.
Oh yeah.
Jack Daniels.
Justin Bieber.
New stream.
Back
New album,
January.
Justice. Mushroom.
We do not use copyright terms on this podcast.
Yes.
Mate, we're sponsored by JD.
We're sponsored by Justin Bieber.
This podcast is brought to you by mysize.com. Do you have a weirdly shaped penis like us?
Then you need to check out.
Weirdly shaped in what way?
Good, great question, Jacob.
Discreet packaging.
Discreet packaging. On the box
Yeah, so
it says this is not a penis measurement tool.
But could I start a company that I make undiscreet packaging? Like it's packaged like you buy a football when it comes, it looks like a
This is a
like a dildo or something.
Oh yeah, okay.
just to fuck with the people buying it, you know?
It comes in like a brand new car with a bow on the hood. And then underneath it says pop the trunk, and then in the trunk is like a football. A pair of socks.
So it's not a real car then. It can't be a real car.
No, it's a real car.
Where's the car? Where's the car go?
You rent it out as part of your service.
Yeah, the football costs £1,000, but like,
Yeah.
No, the football costs £10, but the service costs £50.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get you. And fuel.
So they're like, no, but you don't keep the car. The car is like owned by the company.
Oh yeah, I get that.
It just looks like they just got a car, but it's just whatever you want to put in the trunk.
Or do you just like put loads of glitter in it?
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
So they
That's actually not a
they
gift
go
at all.
outside and they see a brand new like Mini with a bow on the hood.
Oh my
and, like,
god, Mom! I've wanted this since I was 17.
No, you didn't.
No, you bloody
No, you didn't. No, you
And
fucking
then
didn't.
the note says pop the hood, and then you pop the hood and there's a PlayStation 5 box, and you're like, oh well, that's funny, but it's not so bad. And then inside the PlayStation box
Is a pair of socks.
is an Axe body spray bundle that comes with shower gel.
Yeah. For people in England, he means Lynx.
Lynx Africa.
I was
Get
gonna
your
say,
spray
it
off.
reminds you of like, it reminds you of those videos though. Do you know when people like, they try to trick someone that they won the lottery or whatever, and then they're at work and they're like, yo, fuck you, Donnie, fuck you, Beth, I never liked you. And then someone's like, oh, I was just, that was a prank, bro. And he's like, what?
So you didn't actually win the lottery? You're not leaving?
What?
I'll see you on Monday.
What did you say, Kevin?
Yeah. Oh, that's gotta be so awkward.
Ooh.
You can't come back from that.
What's the most awkward thing that's ever happened to you?
It must be very freeing.
Yeah, for a day. Then you got to go back to your minimum wage job.
Yeah, what's the most awkward
I have like a never-ending list of awkward things that I've
that
done,
you replay in your head at midnight?
like non-stop. Just random
I guess
times during the day, I'll be like, "Fucking hell!" And then Isabella's like, "What's wrong, babe?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I just
Thought about that time in 2013.
Yeah.
I thought about that time I tried to flirt with that girl, and I just said something so stupid."
Wub.
I said, what time is it now? No, you fucking didn't. You said a wobba bob bob.
I did it.
Let's go.
Oh, wow, the spin and everything. Gil just loves hockey.
He's like,
man.
I did it. I did it.
How do you know you'd done it? Look at it. There's no way you could have known you'd done that.
I've seen
I
it.
seen it in my own
Nah.
eyes.
That thing was
I seen you
spinning
do
like
a man's
a...
job or not. I seen it.
I seen it.
One of the most awkward things that happened to me was when I was in Brazil, and it was my sister's birthday. And I guess Isabella's birthday as well. And I was
guess,
sitting
yeah,
on
it was.
I was sitting like on the restaurant table with them.
On the restaurant, the whole thing.
No, I was
Awkward.
sitting at the table with them.
Yes.
And then I like coughed, and then a giant bubble of snot like came out my nose. And then I just put my hand over it, and I was like, shit. And then I had to go. I like stood up and I went to the toilet. And also, just the fact that my dad was there made it worse, because it's like,
Sorry,
he's seeing
Dad.
that I'm a failure with women.
When he blew a giant snot
but like-
bubble at the dinner table, I knew he was the one.
But
Yeah.
Isabella would be
did
like,
people
10 years
notice? That's
later.
the thing.
I live with one of the girls on that was on that table. So
never give up, kids.
don't give up, boys.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, did you notice people noticing? Or was it like a...
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know in
everyone's
the
face is like, oh.
Yeah, because like maybe like one person half saw something. And you're like, I gotta go to the toilet, guys. Like, okay, cool.
She's here
Yes,
in the
anyway.
background now. She's trying to interrupt the podcast.
ASMR.
Isabella,
No, I can't. I'm recording.
I can't do the laundry now. Doing a video.
I was gonna say most awkward thing. I remember when I went on that that sort of Halloween date or whatever with that Amelia girl. So I was
Amelia
my
Charlotte
outfit
Green?
was the what? No, Millie, like fucking girl from Wanted. Maybe call it a date. I don't know. I guess you're seeing someone at Halloween or whatever. But it was like I was wearing my outfit was the one night stand, so I had like normal clothes on, the cardboard box, and a lampshade that I luckily found a day before in a house clearance, just for the outfit. And as soon as I put it on my head, there was like a really sharp piece of metal that cut like just the tip of my nose open. So that thing was like profusely bleeding for like a good half an hour. So I'm like, oh hey, how's it going? I'm trying to buy a pint. Well, it was like half an hour, and then it dried up, it coagulated or whatever. I was there going like, oh hey, how's it going? Not seen you for a year or whatever, which was funny enough the Halloween before that, I'm pretty sure.
You guys just only hang out on Halloween.
Yeah, it seems to be. And then like blood, yeah, like little drops, like not a lot, but I'm constantly holding a tissue to my nose, and you're trying to like order a pint and I guess flirt and have conversation, and it was just like, ugh, why? I mean, it ended up alright in the end.
But did you shag?
Maybe that's not that awkward. Hey, fucking legend never tells.
Did you have
A
sex?
legend never tells.
No, I think she was sick in the bathroom toilets upstairs. I couldn't find her for an hour. And then she's like, I gotta go home. So I was like, alright, whatever. Fucking just taxied her home and then went home.
What, and you shagged her?
And I just dropped her off at her house. Like,
Luckily, she fell asleep in the cab, so I fingered her.
but there are cameras, so I tried to not.
That's not
I
funny,
just took her
Chip.
home. I just took her home to her house.
funny,
I've actually not seen that video yet. But yeah, I literally just dropped her off. I was like, all right, let's just go home then. Went home. Just probably had a little wank or a big one.
How about you, Ayrton? How about you? I'm curious. I don't know if you've ever felt awkward in your life, man.
I've seen it red before.
You've seen me what?
Red before.
Red.
Like full like blush cheeks. Like
Yeah. Sometimes you just make a mistake, don't you? In like a social situation, you're like, and then the person's like, oh no, not that, and you're like, oh, like a peep show moment. Like, not that.
Okay, so what was your embarrassing moment that you want to bring up right now?
I hadn't really prepared one. I just sort of thought of the question.
yeah, off the cuff, it's quite hard sometimes.
You're in the hot seat.
I am on the hot seat. We're into our 5th minute of overtime. Like, what's your,
yeah. Well, yeah.
Come on,
I didn't even know we were playing.
Think about your
still.
entire life. What are you doing, bro? Why'd you do that?
Jacobs, fucking Christ.
Jacob,
Can you go back to normal? It was the bounce. It was the bounce. Look at the bounce. Look at the bounce,
Nah,
man.
you totally hit that in, man.
It was the bounce, man.
Those guys on the other team are like, oh, they probably just got bored. Like, lost on purpose.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, surely not.
So Ollie Reed was saying the other day, though, apparently when he was, there was a girl that he knew from school who was quite large when they were at school. So it was him and his twin brother, Joe. He saw her in a nightclub out, I think it was Shush actually in Wantage. And she went like, oh my God, the Reed twins. The Reed twins, like, let's take, I can't do it. It was like, the Reed twins, let's take a photo, let's take a twin sandwich or whatever. So he's like, so they're taking the photo and she's like, oh, we're taking a photo. It's like I'm in a twin sandwich. And Ollie was like, and you're the pork. Oh. It's just such a, like a punchline that you really want to say, but you know you shouldn't, but sometimes you only get one opportunity.
Did he say that? Did he say
He
it?
said that, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, and I know it's true because his brother Joe told me the story, as if it's like, why would you say that? I'm in a twin
That
sandwich.
must be like, yeah, but it must
you're
feel
the-
so
you're-
good
and
to
you're
make
the
that
pork.
joke that you probably practically just come in your pants from saying
Yeah.
it.
You get one
Like one of
chance in
those
life
ones
to
like-
say that joke.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're the pork. Just, I mean, it is funny, but I guess it's one of those sort of night ruiner things. He's like, oh, All right, so just me looking at the skyline there, because I find the Rocket League world super interesting, even though it's basically just the backgrounds are irrelevant. There's no story behind them, as far as I know, or plot behind them. So, which fantasy world would you most like to live in? Because for me, I guess it depends on the dangers of something, but I wouldn't mind living on Asgard. It's a pretty cool place. They got a lot of feasts going on, a lot of warriors and things like that. Feasts. I mean, I just saved the fuck out of that. Please, Gil.
Fuck me.
It was literally standing upright for like a good 3 seconds. But yeah, they've got some sort of Asgardian alcohol which I like to try. They've got like 1,000-year.
Asgardian birds, man.
Yeah, you got these warrior birds. I don't know. Ayrton's definitely not even here. I don't.
Is he not?
Well, he's not moving and he's not saying anything.
I think he went to get a drink.
I went to get a beer, yeah. I am back.
Okay.
And now-
Just don't get kicked. Literally.
So which fantasy world would you want to live in, Ayrton?
Just off the cuff, I'd say Asgard, but there's probably a lot of other crazy ones that are probably way better.
Yeah.
Mate, just fucking Warzone, bro.
Shit. Rebirth Island. There's not even any food there or anything.
It's like an abandoned Ukrainian town.
With loads of dangerous gas. Oh, do you mean like Verdansk?
Easy, mate.
That's not that bad.
Easy, mate.
I think you got to think of the ins and outs. People are like, oh, I love the Lord of the Rings, or I love Game of Thrones, or whatever, and you're like, yeah, but that's essentially just the Middle Ages. You're not going to go in there as a god or a king or anything, are you?
Yeah. Their penis smells.
Yeah, like if you would say Game of Thrones, you'd probably just be a fucking peasant in King's Landing, like.
Yeah. Well, they literally call it flea bottom or something.
Yeah.
Imagine how bad you have to be to live in a place that's called the bottom of a flea, like the arse of a flea.
AIDS town.
Yeah. Let's think of rather like than saying the ones you'd want to live in, just think of some others, because there must be some cool,
Getting demolished, bro.
interesting worlds.
I don't know, maybe like some. Okay, probably Elite Dangerous then, because it's like humans have colonized a huge, not like a huge chunk of the galaxy, but a lot of planets
That's a good shout.
in a region of the galaxy. And
But you can land on planets.
there's a federation, like loads of different planets. Interstellar travel is a possibility.
Thoughts on Star Wars?
There's like lots of governments. So there's one government, which is the Empire or something like that. And they basically are like,
Like Star Wars, then.
Yes, you're basically just describing Star Wars right now.
You are just describing Star Wars, people.
nah.
Although that's an interesting thing, because some people were saying that they watched the movie called Casablanca, and there's another movie, or I think it was what's the one that says Rosebud in it? Rosebud. It's like a really sort of, it's like an old-fashioned, like a basically they watched the movie and they said there's so many cliches in this movie that it makes it really hard to watch. But then the cliches for movie tropes came from these movies. They're not cliched. They're pioneers for these things. So that ultimately there will always be these things that you see as cliche if you know a certain. And Star Wars and things like that were based off what George Lucas used to love, the Japanese sort of samurai stories. Just individual something can be, there's always going to be something it's based off of originally.
Yeah.
It's like that with music too.
Elite Dangerous, do you not think that like living in a spaceship would just be horrible unless you can actually land on a planet?
True.
No, I could just live on a planet.
It was not just spaceship, because you would go insane.
No, but I mean, in that universe, like, okay, I don't know how specific your question was. Like, if I said the Rocket League universe, would I literally just like turn into a car?
Yeah, you turn to a Cromulon.
Yeah, you would. Obviously,
you'd be a Cromulon.
Obviously, bro. Well, then I would be in like Disney cars where everyone else is a car.
Yeah, but how do you even eat? How are they eating? How are they reproducing? How are they sleeping?
They don't need to, mate. They're cars.
It's true.
They're cars with
I think in most
human organs.
sort of shows, there has to be like an issue with that with the situation that they're in, for there to be a premise to the show. So therefore, like none of them are good because they're all problematic.
Fucking no, I can't believe that. Alright, Jacob, you run it up the side. Jacob, you run it up the side and I'll hit it in.
I'll just stand there, yeah.
So if you've not been trying that the whole time.
I'll set you up and you score it, yeah?
Nah, but now it's like designated. Yeah, both of you set me up.
Ayrton's going for it.
What's the problem?
Ayrton, you defend as well. Like, mostly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, if there's a fantasy world or something, it's like Narnia, for example. It's like, beautiful place. There's, what's his name? The lion boy.
Aslan.
Aslan. Yeah, it's like, oh, you got all this cool shit, but then at the same time, there is the fucking Ice Queen. So it's like,
Yeah. If everything was fucking perfect, like,
yeah.
what would be the point of the show?
Yeah, but what part of the... But I mean, the question... Like, in my interpretation of the question, at least, you're just in that universe, you know? It doesn't mean you're like...
Free to roam, yeah.
Like, if the counter argument was that you'd probably be a Fleabag guy, then that could also be a good thing. Because, like, maybe I don't want to be the guy that's getting, like, ass blasted by General Grievous or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you could also be born as General Grievous, I guess.
Go on, score that. Oh, no.
Oh, you fuck. If I had boost, I would have hit that in, man.
It's close, it was close.
Score that.
Maybe just the Marvel universe. If I could come out as a character, I mean,
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Marvel Universe, I was watching some video about the Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I realised that the Wasp is Kate from Lost. Don't know if you guys have seen Lost.
yes, Evangeline Lilly.
Evangeline did-
yeah.
Oh, she's so fit, man. I don't know if she's still fit, but she was fit, like, however long
She's
ago
still
it was,
fit.
10 years ago.
She's probably out of your parameter. I think she's like 40 now.
Probably out of my league. And, yeah, maybe age range as well. Because I'm only 12.
Mate, you wouldn't turn down a night with Evangeline Lilly. You're like, oh, she's 40, mate. Who cares?
Who cares, mate? I wouldn't turn down a night with anyone. Ladies, if you're watching. Literally anyone.
Any chunky wobber slob or whale that
Yeah, a little Jabba the Hutt vibe. I'm into that. Whatever.
If you're one of those Mexican girls that looks like a fridge,
What am I doing? Play again then? Yeah.
I like to bind. I like to be bound and
That is
just.
shit. I like to bind. I like to be bound.
Ayrton, 38 points. So work that out. You touched the ball. I don't know how times.
He has a stroke.
Maths.
Trying to do 38 over 2.
Told you I don't know my 38 times tables, mate.
don't know me times tables.
What's the problem?
That was the theme in the last podcast.
It was,
Oh yeah, we discussed this, guys. If you watched episode 1, you will know
Yeah,
that
we're already calling back to something that happened that we've only seen. Still.
Yeah, no one else has
Now
seen
I
it.
got like 25 views. It's going up.
So can you tell if people have viewed? Because I swear to monetize something, from what I know at least, there has to be like a 10-minute mark on a video, or
Yeah.
so. Can you tell what point?
Oh really? So, wait, so you can't monetize shorts?
Nah, yeah, you can't.
Damn. Then why do people make them?
A lot of like YouTuber videos, like well, just recently I watched some like of those Call of Duty guys videos, and it's like they spend 5 minutes saying how Warzone sucks right now, and they're like, anyway, I'll leave you guys with this gameplay, and then it's like the video's like exactly 10 minutes long.
Yeah. So this was a cool goal.
Ooh,
It sort of like floated about.
it's all about angles.
Well, it's got like little
about the
boosters on the
angle.
bottom, right? But yeah. So can you see what point people have started the video, whether they've stopped it at 2 minutes and not watched it, and
Not like individually. I think you can see the average watch time.
Interesting. That is very interesting.
and then surely to get to the point where you can actually monetize things, it's going to be a certain amount of followers or views.
But some things are cool about the newer YouTube because when I was like doing YouTube like 10 years ago, you couldn't have like your own thumbnail on a video unless you had like 10,000 subscribers. Or
It would
something.
pick a certain point, wouldn't it? It'd pick it like 6 minutes 22 into the video
Yeah,
or whatever it
yeah.
was, and it.
I remember that too. I used to make YouTube videos of parkour.
And it was you doing, what was that? What's your favorite song again? Apple Bottom Jean. Oh no, it was
Peanut butter jelly.
Peanut Butter Jelly, mate. Ayrton actually wrote that
Peanut
song.
butter jelly.
No one else
Peanut butter
knows.
jelly. I wish I wrote that song. I'd be probably rich. How
Boring,
rich do you
right?
think the peanut butter jelly guy is? That is my question.
Don't know. I'm gonna set you up.
I'm gone. Ayrton's in it.
Fucking
They
hell,
stopped
mate.
it. Shit.
I had to get back. Couldn't let him be.
I'm gonna try the other side now.
Peanut butter jelly with a bit of air. Nah, he needs to be in the air, man. He needs to be one of those like floaty, lofted sort of boys, you know, like that. That was the exact opposite of what I wanted.
Tar with a hockey puck.
So I was thinking about how like being an anti-competitive generation is like influences video games.
Oh,
Like how
How? Please.
there's
no.
another chance.
oh, skirt.
Mate, I can't believe I lost that. I just took the whole team out. And then,
he flopped at the end. But then he redeemed it with the back heel.
it's hard with the bounce of that ball, that fucking puck sometimes. You have no idea what it's going to do.
I was thinking about, okay, look, let's get serious for a second here, boys.
Alright.
I was thinking about how being raised in an anti-competitive environment affects, firstly, video game development, and secondly, people's political opinions.
What do you mean by anti-competitive? Like, oh, everyone should have...
If you go in school, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you get a medal even if you didn't win the race, or just for like being in the race and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because basically, like, people try to, well, in the education system in Western countries, like, more than, I don't know how to say it, but like, there's more of like participation medal attitudes than there should be. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, but competition is good, right? Our whole society is based on competition. Capitalism is based on competition.
Our whole society is based. Title of the video.
Competition is based.
So if you have like, if you're raised in that environment where like the core idea of competition is like frowned upon, even if it's like silently frowned upon, then maybe you're the kind of guy that thinks skill-based matchmaking in Warzone is a good thing, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it encourages a sort of...
Yeah, you'll also be the guy that thinks that like supports, you know, universal basic income or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not that that's the only argument against it or for it, but it's just like I'm trying to put across the type of ideas that
I see that.
you'll be into.
Regardless of, listen, if someone's disabled, you can't judge them on their ability to play football. Which
Yeah, of
I feel
course.
like that shouldn't be judged. But I think, yes, like we were saying before, like bullying wise, you do need a level of bully in any context to drive someone to sort of understand where the social norm lies. And not everyone can hit that social norm.
Bullying is a part of socialization of children. Like 100%.
But if I'm doing a sports day, which I used to love sports days, I never always wan. Is that, I think that's a cross between it was win and run.
Win one
or something. I don't know. My name's not Wan, but
See, if you get bullied enough for...
if I said that, it'd be like...
for talking like the pig from Bugs Bunny, then you, after 20 years, you're just able to laugh about it, you know? You don't get all upset and then you go on Twitter like, someone made fun of me. No.
Because I'm a furry. But so, yeah, I never always won every race or whatever. But if someone was to tell me that someone else also won the race when I clearly won it, I'd be upset. No, I trained hard or whatever for this. You can't tell me. It reminds me actually. Okay, so it was I think me, Dimitri, Harry. We were on like a school trip years ago to the desert, probably like year 9, 10 or whatever it was. And Max Pipekaway was there. And he could not walk. He was super overweight, super unfit, and whatever. And our scout leader guy, or whatever it was at the time, was saying, the Dubai equivalent was saying, we're as quick as the slowest one here. And I completely disagree with that. We're not as quick as the slowest one here. I'm quicker than him. I can go 10 times quicker than him.
I'm quicker than you.
Yeah, like we literally used to wait. We would sit there, wait for 3 minutes, and then do like a 30-second walk, and we'd be catching up the pack again. If animals worked in that way, humanity or any animal would never get anywhere.
Yeah, but the Scout Ranger's not been employed to kill Max Pikeaway.
He should have done, mate. We could have fed off him for a
Sorry, kid. This is how nature works.
We're only as strong as our weakest link.
Max Pikeaway was found dead.
So we gotta cut some chains loose.
Mate, they would never find him, mate. Again, mate, you could have eaten off that kid for a week. There's no way you'd find any remains.
Poor guy.
His bone marrow could supply, like...
Dude, fuck that kid, man. He was a little asshole as well, so I don't care.
But my point was, meant to be not about fuck Max. It was meant to be.
No.
It's a podcast. Fuck Max at the top, the title. But yeah, like you do need. Like again, I probably got upset that I've not been the winner of a competition, but at least I know deep down that it was because I didn't win it. It's not because someone just like decided or like.
I personally believe that competition is good because I don't know. I feel like it's like a essential part of
exactly,
growth.
dude. Capitalism is based on competition. Like our entire social structure is based on competition. Like the way women select partners is based on social competition. The way guys like get hired and move up in their career is based on competition.
Anti-competitive environment. I don't know if that is as much of a hindrance as maybe it feels like it like would be. I feel like people can still separate that from.
They can, but I think they would be then just relying more on like what their DNA is telling them about competition, because rather than like the part that socialization has to play in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it can just be used as sort of a defense mechanism or a
like if you're spending a lot of time in that non-competition environment, like to an extreme. Okay, let's say like in America they're like really into that stuff, which is weird, but let's just put it that way. Maybe you end up being the type of person that like sees like a guy who's really muscular or something, who's like worked on his body a lot, and he's like, I don't know, I saw a tweet from like a fat person, and they were like screenshotting a fit person's Instagram post, and they were like, I cannot believe how many people on my friends list like this picture. I thought you guys were body positive. You know, it's like if you hate competition that much, you like hate anyone who's better than you, because you mistake competence. You think competence translates to authority, and you think authority is power, and then you think that you take it like personally when someone outcompetes you, you know?
In that case, I do feel like it could be detrimental to growth, like personal growth, and then I guess societal growth as well.
Yeah, but what you saying? Lack of competition or competition?
Like if you're being that extreme about like
but that's
a
based on
hatred
the
for
person.
competition, then it's going to be detrimental, isn't it?
Okay, listen, I'm going to say two things here. So first of all, it's if the capitalistic sort of viewpoint gets to the point where it becomes unfair for anyone to get into the market. Yes.
Can we win this?
So if it stops anyone getting into the market because they've reached the point where they're monopolizing on things, that's different than an open field for everyone to play upon, you know, or play on. But also when it comes to the sort of like, so I used to do media obviously at A-levels, and people do chat shit about media, and mainly my main point is almost like this could be discussed in English or another subject. But when it comes to things like we just discussed the male gaze and all these things, and sort of
The male what?
most of the time the male gaze, I mean it's spelled G-A-Z-E, so not in media, not male homosexuals. But it was I've never once looked at a picture of Chris Hemsworth and gone, God, I'm not Chris Hemsworth.
I'm going to kill myself. I'm not Chris Hemsworth.
But
Guys, we could win
yes, we can never. But then women, well, not women, or people might look at a picture of a woman on a magazine and think, I want to look like her, or a man on a magazine. I want to look like him.
Do people actually do that?
does that
I don't think I've consciously, maybe subconsciously,
I've looked at
have
it and
done
gone,
that, but I don't think I've consciously.
it'd be
have done
nice to be that. It'd be nice to be that physically fit.
Yeah.
I could get there potentially, or close enough, depending on genes. But I kind of can't be bothered. I'd rather have a beer and a burger. But
Yeah, it's true.
that's on me. That's on me.
Yeah.
If I don't want,
Stop
if I
blaming
don't
Chris
have-
Hemsworth for you wanting a
I'm
burger.
not blaming Chris Hemsworth for me being, oh please, all right, up and up.
Let's go.
Yes, boys.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not blaming. I love what Chris
We were
Hemsworth
4-0
is like.
down, bro. What the fuck?
He's the bog standard for it. That's on you, man.
That's on you.
I was gonna
man.
say fucking imitation is also like a huge part of. It's like a huge evolutionary based drive for humans, because if someone's doing something right, you imitate them, you're more likely to succeed.
It's true. Oh,
Fuck.
they were hustling us all the time.
I thought I had that, boys. So I was taking a swig for a second, but I did a jump. I thought I hit that.
Fucking hell.
It's not bullshit.
Whenever you focus on someone like specific, you realize just like how they could have got to it. I never would have noticed had you not brought it up. Just like,
bullshit.
Sorry,
They
guys.
just keep running it up the side, man.
Talk to me.
Yo, you got this, man. Yo, you got loads of time. You got loads of time. Just do it. Good.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
like,
come on.
just,
We
like-
can win this. We can win this.
How much can people blame on things and other people? You can't blame everything on...
Yeah, it's bad. But I saw that picture and I was like sitting in. I was thinking like, what could bring a person to be like that, you know? And then I was just thinking about Call of Duty, and I was like, maybe it's like just like lack of like a competition admiring the circuitry, you know?
Holy shit.
Whoa, never seen that before. A lack of what? Sorry, I really blanked out there.
Like a competition admiring sort of mentality, you know? Or
But then
like
even with
at least
squad-based
respecting.
But squad-based matchmaking in Warzone is, again, what I was saying is the wrong thing, like the capitalist side to it, like they're monopolizing or something.
Oh yeah,
in a way.
Dude, I don't.
There's no There's not.
Yeah, it's not competition. That's the problem. Competition has to be fair, I guess. Is a point.
Nah, it doesn't. I don't think it does.
Well, oh yeah, but Gil, I'm not going to go try and. I'm not going to compete in the Olympics tomorrow. I'm going to play in a Sunday league football team because that's the level I know I can play at.
Okay, I get your point, but that's not like that's a different type, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying within Warzone they could have the parameters where there wasn't like you're playing against pros all the time.
But it's also not that. It's also not that deep. Like the Warzone SBMM question is like they probably have psychologists on like 100K a year payroll to like study what makes people keep playing games and buying bundles, and they figured out that having a certain amount of games where you do well compared to games where you don't do well or whatever leads to the optimal profits or whatever. So it was me,
And
but
so
Ayrton's gonna
you
save
got
the
time,
game.
and you got
He's
time.
gonna save the
And
game.
no, we got so much time.
So sorry.
you got
Okay,
so
go on.
much
Ayrton,
time.
we'll just run it up the side, okay?
Run it.
Jacob. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, I know
Leave
what I'm
it,
doing.
leave
I
it.
know what I'm doing. Leave it. It just ducked.
You guys keep saying leave it, then you keep missing. I'm gonna hit this one.
Shut up. Come on. We're like slightly hitting it every time. Come on, one of you hit that.
I got
A
no
little
boost,
oh,
mate.
Ayrton, go defend.
Yeah, get back. And are you doing your front flips, by the way?
Yeah.
Hee hee. And I know
Oh my God.
that you'll be at my show.
Oh, come on. My car fucking jumped backwards or something. Sometimes I just freak out with the buttons. Oh my god.
What's the problem?
Okay, this is like...
Well, this always seems to happen in this game mode.
The podcast keeps just being us playing Rocket League because we keep getting into these
Five
situations
minutes.
where we like almost win. Or almost lose.
Ooh.
Oh my god, you shouldn't hit that.
Yeah, well, I think I shouldn't.
Oh my god.
please.
No.
I'm sorry.
Fuck me. It's all Ayrton's fault, everyone.
It's been me every time.
Jacob just keeps scoring own goals.
It's the puck, man.
Yeah, okay, but that doesn't make it
And you
my
fucked
fault.
it,
My fault that
You
fucking
fucked
Jacob
it,
keeps
mate.
scoring own goals every time we're in the 5th minute of overtime.
Sometimes you gotta whack it, mate. And you're gonna whack it endlessly until you whack it wrong,
fair
you know.
enough, fair enough. But if I did that, you'd be like,
Yeah, but you could have whacked it
Okay,
right.
wait, I'm
You
gonna
had
stop the
loads of time.
recording now.
okay, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
Thank you for joining us.